Hi everyone, today instead of a dino guide, we're going over the top 10 turn 1 damage dealers in the game. So of all the dinos currently available, which dino deals the most damage straight off the bat? So of course, for this list, we're assuming no armor, shield, debuff, and we're assuming that we go first, which is relevant when talking about damage over time and counter dinos. So without further ado, let's start with number 10. Number 10. So starting off, tied at number 10, we have Spinotoraptor and Dinochirus. So a common dino and an epic hybrid, which is surprising. Both have 1300 damage and has a turn 1 2x damage move, distracting rampage and plain old rampage. So at number 10 it's 2600 damage, starting off strong. Number 9. Next up is Magna Pyrator. Honestly, I didn't even see this one coming. Its fusion materials both don't do too much on turn 1 damage wise, to be honest. But Magna after fusion picks up 1320 damage and rampage, so that's 2640 turn 1 damage there. Number 8. Up at number 8 is one I did not expect at all. Okay, well I kinda did because I go through these numbers quite often, but as we have it, number 8 is Concavenator. So why does Concave do so much damage? It only has 1.5 times attack and a pathetic 1060 damage, but it has counter attack. And Concave has the second highest attack stat of all the counter dinos, so that's a 1.5 times multiplier, plus the extra 1 times from the counter, so that's a whopping 2650 damage there. Number 7. Tied at number 7 we have Utah Sinoraptor and our boy Blue. I mean, that other guy's blue since it's a whale dino, but anyways, we're getting into raptor damage territory now, and you know what that means? A turn 1 2x damage. Now, Blue and Utah Sino have base damage that are on the lower side at 1330. The turn 1 damage will be 2660, which seems like a lot, but wait till we get up the list. Number 6. Tied at number 6, we have two counter dinos, Megalosaurus and Megalosaurus. I know it's probably Megalosaurus, but one of my old ARC buddies calls it Megalosaurus, and I think it's pretty cool, so I'm sticking with it. So for the sake of this list, we have Megalosaurus outspeeding and using Ferocious Strike on turn 1. Therefore, even with its low 900 base damage, its counter also gets buffed by 1.5 times 2. So that's 2700 damage on turn 1. Megalosaurus functions more like Concave, but with higher base damage which deals 2700 damage turn 1 as well. Number 5. Next up at number 5, we have Gorgosaurus, a base damage 1410 dino with a turn 1 rampage. Remember, this list is strictly for the highest turn 1 damage, so it's probably not the best idea to use rampage on turn 1, but if needed, that's 2820 damage immediately. Number 4. At number 4, we have the Golden Fried Chicken Gorgosaurus. This one's a pretty straightforward train of damage ramming you straight in the face. The turn 1 rampage and high base damage Rex for 2840 damage. Number 3. Tied at number 3 we have 3 dinos, Utahraptor, Delta, and Velociraptor. So now we're deep into the raptor nest. These 3 are the famous turn 1 1.5k damage Pounce trio. We've all been there at one point, got outsped one shot by some random common Velociraptor, so I think we're all too familiar with these. Number 2. Tied for runner-up, we have Charlie and Pyroraptor. These two are the same deal as the last ones, but they just happen to have 50 more damage, so that's still massive amounts of damage. Classic raptor pounces. So before we reveal the hardest turn 1 hitter in the game, let's go over some honorable mentions. When doing the list, I didn't factor in crit dinos. So dinos with over a 20% crit chances that do more than number 10 on this list are Argentinosaurus, Harbosaurus, Rex, Gen 2 Rex, Allosaurus, Allosaurus, Baryonyx Gen 2, Gorgosaurus, Indoraptor, Irritator, and our old friend here, Gorgosaurus, who does a whopping 2230 damage on the crit, highest of all these dinos. Now, at number 1, we have Postosuchus. I'm kidding, except I'm not. Postosuchus has the highest turn 1 damage in the whole game, hands down. It has a crazy 1550 base damage, as high as the number 2 Pyroraptor and Charlie, and it has the highest turn 1 multiplier in the game. Ferocious Impact is truly a broken move. It has a 50% buff for 3 turns while having that 1.5 impact multiplier, With this crazy high damage stat and the crazy high multiplier, this prehistoric reptile rams you for 3,488 damage, no questions asked. This thing is bananas. It straight up one-shots 35 dinos in the game on turn 1. The difference between number 10 on this list and number 2 is 500 damage, while Postosuchus out-damages the number 2 dino by almost 400 damage. If I had more Postosuchus DNA, I'd totally pick up this dino, if not just for the lulz. It's truly the champion of turn 1 damage. Alright guys, that's it for today's video, top 10 turn 1 damage dealers in Jurassic World Alive. Something a bit new, please tell me if you like this or not, and this doesn't mean that I'm stopping the individual dino guides. I'll be having one out by tomorrow, I think, so just having some more fun content for y'all. Anyways, if you're new here, please consider subscribing, check out my other Jurassic World Alive guides. I'll be putting out more content like this in the future. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys next time.